And I'm almost done with Act 5. I know I'll finish it in this segment, but before we do, let's do a little bit of crafting, shall we? So, I've gotten request after request after request for making crafting tutorials. So let's get started on this. First, you need to find a rare sacred item of any sort. You cannot make items rare like in Ultimative days. I'm gonna go with Abandoned Shrine here. And I like how I got minus enemy fire resistance even though I'm not a caster. Right now, what you want to look for will depend on your build. For gloves, I'm pretty sure there are no O skills that are any good. You'll find shrines randomly in Terror and Destruction. I go with Abandoned a lot because it's bonus dexterity and bonus attack rating. Really good modifiers. Sorcerer's skills, that could be okay if I was a sorceress. So right here, what I'm doing is I'm hitting the transmute button to take a charge out of the shrine. They always spawn with 10. And I'm looking for a certain modifier to appear. So basically this is RNG. Unfortunately, there's nothing really there's no way to check this. I could always cheat, which actually I think I will. I think I will go into the shared stash, pull out some abandoned shrines to look at it again. There's no way to really determine what you're going to get, and even if you get a modifier that you're looking for, there's no telling that if the rest of it probably won't be that good. So, still transmute. I'm looking through. Disintegrate could theoretically be good, maybe. I don't know. Target takes additional damage. This is why I saved a bunch of abandoned shrines in the shared stash, because those are kind of rare. Normally, if you want to use a good crafted gloves, normally you'll look for the modifier chance to cast level, I think it's 16 Burning Veil on kill, or Storm Blast on melee attack, depending on what kind of build you want. And right there, that would be a great one for a spears on that doesn't use Pounce, or a Barbarian, or Paladin even. And I like how I got that twice in a row. But unfortunately for this build, that won't really do anything. Ding ding. Now, if you're not looking for a modifier in particular, you could just be satisfied. If you want to be satisfied, that's fine, but I'm looking for Burning Veil here. There it is. And then, if you're satisfied with that, what you want to do then is get this like this, throw in an Arcane Crystal, and it has a chance to roll the Shrine's bonuses again. So right there, I did. Now, each shrine has its own specific set of properties. Some of them are worthless. The Trinity Shrines and Intimidating Shrines are worthless, but you can use those if you want a modifier for an on-switch weapon. If you only care about on-switch buffing. And boots have no on-kill modifiers or on-strike modifiers, I don't think. But they can sometimes spawn with the Apocalypse O skill, which is what you want if you're a fire caster. Mainly an unholy fire paladin caster. And those are mostly used nowadays. Also the benefits to, wait. Fuck. Okay. I don't know how that happened. But, anyway, the benefits to casting, or to, another benefit of, doing that is actually, all, as you see here, orb effects to the item are doubled, which is great. Now, what kind of, armor you want, if you want, like, the one with the lowest strength and lowest strength requirement and lowest, base defense, or the one with the highest base defense and highest strength requirement, will depend on what kind of build you're playing as. Like, if I was to do a Boazon, then I would just use a set of leather gloves, because Boazons are going to be maxing Ecstatic Frenzy and their defense will be turned to 0 anyway. Unless you have that one super rare Sacred Unique Amazon bow that prevents that, but that's only if you have that one specific Sacred Unique. But we're not going to count that because that's too rare to even be considered an exception. I mean, if you find it, whatever, but pardon me. But yeah, or if you're a character that has, if you're a weapon damage or WDM based character, or just some sort of combat character with strength as the modifier, and a build that requires a lot of defense, say Death Gaze Barbarian, Pounce Amazon, Holy Melee Paladin especially. Well, the Pounce-on's not quite like that, but because it's dexterity, but the point still remains. It relies on high defense. But anyway, then you'll go with the highest base defense possible, and hope to get good modifiers with them. If I'm looking for a certain O skill or proc, I just worry about the proc and then do the blessing. But if I'm not worried about that, and I just want a craft, I try to get good modifiers, then do the blessing and pray for the best, basically. So I'm going to Island of the Sunless Sea just to get a bit of gold so I can make up for the lost defense, because I did lose quite a bit of defense, because Torque's gift did provide increased defense, whereas this thing does not. Also, or never mind. Okay, I just keep lacking the fucking strength to equip the damn thing. So I'm going to try to maybe get 50,000 gold before I'm done here. And I will probably be starting Destruction, because I don't think Bale will take that long. Or actually, no, fuck that. Instead, what I'm going to do is go on a little farming expedition here. Maybe even do Trial of Blood if I get lucky. Also, I have my drop notifier to alert me of any uniques that drop. I already did a jewel crafting tutorial for rune words way back in the day, but that was of XVI, and all of that information is actually still perfectly valid, but I will do it again if people want to see another jewel crafting tutorial be done. So go ahead and let me know if you guys want that again. Or if you just want to watch the original. I can post links to the documents if you guys want to just read through that instead. Generally speaking, though, abandoned crafts are the most valuable because they provide, in my opinion, the best modifiers. But any shrine that reduces X minus enemy X resistance is also good. Especially if you're a limpet laser sin, because a bunch of sacred crafts with a limpet laser sin will just absolutely decimate a lot of Ubers really quickly. As long as you have something good to against cold immunes, which that's what Shuriken Flurry's for. And I know I did one of those already. Well, Shuriken sin. Fucking asshole. I kept getting stun fucked there. That's why I died that time. What a surprise, right? So. Come on, fucking run away. Okay, so now I have 52,000 gold. That should be good enough. And... Hi. I would like a bunch of enhanced defense, please. 30. Also, I should probably... Actually, hold on. I'm going to purchase some... Oils of Luck for a chance to improve whatever item I have. Let's see if it does it with this. It did not. Chitons came on. Let's see. No. No. I think it's only 10% chance, but eh. Alternatively, you could remake all this shit and hope to get it in the next couple times, but, I mean, if you're not just gonna dupe it and re-roll over and over again, which I probably should have done, to be honest, but, whatever. So let's kill Bale. Also, the Bane Hunters weren't extinct this time. Oh, and I did off-screen find Bane Hunters earlier. And there's why I have the Burning Veil on kill proc. It's not particularly great now, or when doing bosses, but for farming it's really good, because it buffs your damage by a significant margin. And I'm not sure if Force of Nature improves this to an even higher value or not. Someone who knows the game better than I do could confirm one way or the other. But since I'm gonna be... game... Okay, good. Since I'm gonna be using a sacred, Spirit Mask for... Natha, which is like the best druid rune word in the game, unless you're a caster, or the elemental tree warden that I used a long time ago. But for a normal tree warden, it's the best thing you can use. Yeah, it improves Quillstorm's damage by quite a lot. Well, improves all your damage by quite a lot. Alright. You need to die. Now you can see how bad... Now the cast/attack rate of this trap rat is already maxed, because attack rate, or attack speed and cast rate are one and the same, since vanilla D2 did not have trap rat form, I believe. Or I know it didn't, but I believe they're one and the same. And so my cast rate and attack rate are as high as they're gonna get, and you can see how bad it still is. So, unfortunately, I'm already maxed because of ferocity being having maxed ferocity, and yeah, you still no matter what you do, you invest max points in ferocity. I mean that's basic given. It's every bit as useful as an assassin's ways or Boazon's dragon lore, or trying to think of another one, or Paladin's blessed life. It's every bit as useful. So yeah, always max it. But that's giving me all the increased attack speed that I need, and it's okay. And it's unfortunately Burning Veil doesn't last long, by the way, but still it's useful. Because increased attack speed or hit recovery from skills, whether they be O skills or skills you have hard points in, actually count for a lot more than if it was granted to you through the use of an item. So keep that in mind as well. So I'll probably just sell these. Now, normally I'd unsummon these Acid Fiends, but this isn't the Diablo, or the Baal fight. Because, well, he won't summon anything. And I may die here, though, too, because this thing's hit recovery is fucking trash. Which Natha will help with. I will say, Natha is going to help with the attack, or the horrible hit recovery of this build. Which is one of the reasons you use it for pretty much anything. And I'm going to die. Yeah. This is going to be fucking fun on Destruction. I can already tell that. Although by then I'll have better items, better charms, etc. Okay.
Can I help you?
And all that, not a single successful upgrade. So, once this is done, I'll be, I'm not gonna off-screen this, obviously, but, oh, fucking hell, I didn't throw up a portal. I don't need to morph into Trap Rat, because I think I'm actually faster doing it like this. Oh. Okay, well this build... Come on, Bale. Die already, you fuck. Oh, you fucking asshole. Just die already, you fuck. You're at 1 pixel. And if this game had been nice, I would have had Gehenna by now. Okay, so if you're at this point, depending on what build you are, the best places to farm for sacred items, crafts, well, actually, more, actually, sacred items, level 100 runes. It'll depend on what character you are. Like I've already said, the melee Nagisen was decent with Cuirass 3000 because of Bear Stance ignoring the physical immunity of the undead. But this build does not have that luxury, and it is much slower. So we're gonna do a little bit of cow killing on Terror. There's absolutely nothing wrong with going to this place on Terror difficulty. Especially in my case, since I'm not even at level 120 yet. You can kill Griswold if you want, but there's not really a reason to. Unless you think you might get lucky and he'll drop some Sacred Unique on Destruction, which... not really worth it. He's not exactly Krizaur from the old versions of Median, who was guaranteed to drop Sacred Uniques back then. Or I didn't play Median during that time, but I do remember that being a thing. Or I do know that was a thing. So, anyway, cow level. And I got an acceptable roll of this. Let's see, how can I do? I'm doing okay. Yeah, this is where you go for leveling up, obviously. Oh, fuck you. Also, I didn't realize I had always run on. My run walk speed needs to improve, my defense needs to improve, my attack rating. Pretty much everything needs to improve at the moment. So right here I'm looking for a Sacred Blade and a Sacred Ancient Armor if I can find them. I may not be able to, because finding the right, like, base item, that's RNG. Also, SOR needs to be activating more than it is. Tranathela is usually even safer than this, but this is the better place to go for experience. Especially for level 121 grinding, which, if I do, I'll just cheese it. And a bunch of thunder slams. I am so dead. Oh, never mind. Somehow I got my way out of that one. Go, go, go. If I wanted to make my acid fiends tankier, I would put hard points in poison flash. You can fuck off and die. Take him. This should be pretty obvious, but I will say it anyway. If you're trying to... Yeah, you go fuck yourself, cow bitch. If you're just trying to farm anything other than the... what's it called? The... Fool's Gold, don't bother trying to kill the Cow King, because all he'll do is make your job more difficult and probably get you killed a couple times. There's no reason to do it unless you're looking for a good roll of Fool's Gold. Which if you are, then go ahead. And with no Acid Fiends, you saw that it improved, that Burning Veil improved max damage of this thing by 500 points. I didn't pay attention to the minimum though, but... Oh, yeah, stun lock recovery. I need more defense, more healing, more everything. Also, some life after each kill would be good too, but... Ohm low, IO. Actually, I will put in some IO runes in my shield, which I neglected to do. Which I should have had done already. Paul, which I'll... Oh yeah, and here's another thing I haven't shown off in a long time, if ever. Fucking quit running away. Put a rune of any kind except for great runes or elemental rune stones in this. Transmute it with itself and it lowers it by one, you know, tier. So. And a Zod rune, which if this were vanilla D2, I'd be coming in my pants, but since it's in this, since it's in median, it's like, eh, you got that. Good for you. And Yeah, this is how you level up. As you can see, and in destruction it's even better. Blow them up. Detonate those eggs. I did find another sacred light plate other than this one, which I could use for Erewhon. And you can find sets here if you want to farm a whole set, which there aren't really many full sets in this mod. I mean, they're good, don't get me wrong, but there aren't a whole lot that are like good enough that you'd want to go out of your way for. I know the melee sorcerer set is one you want to go out of your way for, along with the barbarian set. I forget which one it is. Possibly the dual wield barbarian set. That one might be worth completing. Probably is, to be honest. And so we're not going to invest any more points in Quillstorm because I can't get that extra target. I will gladly invest in Life Shield and Force of Nature, though. Also drink Elixir of Experiences whenever you get them, for obviously more experience. Yeah, these colors don't run, motherfucker. Except normally they do, and I got lucky there, but oh well. I'll just throw that out since I already have a sacred light plate in my stash, not my shared stash, but just mine in general. I differentiate just because everything I'm doing, I try to make everything I'm doing possible without that, if you're playing on Sin War or whatever. Or if you're one of those that refuse to use shared stash. And I can understand that. I used to be kind of like that myself. And I will pick up Weird Shrines, because Weird Shrines on weapons improve damage. They give plus to enhance damage modifiers. And they're usually great to have around just for that purpose. This farming process would be easier if you actually had some real basic charms. And when I say that, I mean like Butcher's Tooth, Optical Detector, stuff like that. Actually, I should probably keep that in my own, because I may get a rare Sacred Blade with a SOR on kill for farming. Now you may be wondering, why don't I pick up that dagger up there? I could do that, but I want the best weapon possible for the job. This is a weapon damage, like Quillstorm is based on weapon damage, and I want the highest base weapon damage possible. This is the beauty of the Trap Rat. You can just... if you have better gear and defense, well, offense and defense, you can do what I tried to do but failed. real quick, we will go to Tranathala when I'm done here. I just want to clear out as much of this place as possible. So this is how I go about getting items I want. Well, sacred items that I want, since you can't gamble those. Goodbye. And fuck you too. I will gladly pick up that belladonna, because I may attempt to trophy farm. And if I do, I'm going to want to respec for high health acid fiends. And, I have a feeling these guys are going to trigger blueprints here. Bring back Book of Summoning to summon him. So, fuck that. We'll say we're done there for now. Now we go to... now we're gonna go to Tranathala and see how that place treats us. If I'm able to, I will attempt to do Trial of Blood, but if I don't get it, I'm not gonna get mad. IO runes I have everywhere, or perfect amethysts for the bonus dexterity. There's gonna be some instances where going elemental might be better for the build, especially if you want to farm Fostonville, because and I do mean Destruction Fostonville, obviously, for the great runes there. The Necrobots aren't going to get phased by your high physical damage and crushing blow. And I got fucked up immediately. Good. Good, good, good. Yeah, 11%. If, with the correct gear and weapons, this would not be happening at all. May I kill these guys, please? Can I kill them or not? Son of a bitch. God. There we go. That's more like it. There we go. And you can see a sacred drop. You could also farm here for, and there's another sacred item. You can farm here for set items if you wish. Personally though, I think Caress 3000 is usually slightly better for that though. Although perhaps for this build it wouldn't be. So let's see, how do we go about this? Dead, 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 dead. And pagan rites when necessary. Oh, raw rune. Well, I have my, Ida Sacred, so, yeah. Yeah, you can clearly tell that sacred items drop fairly frequently here, and this usually isn't the hardest area in the world to start farming in. Destruction is a bit more annoying because of, well, obviously they're enhanced damage, but also broadside or arrow side, whatever. The on death proc. I know it's called arrow side, by the way. Four, five. Okay, I'm just gonna wait. And that was close. Oh, you fucking asshole. It would be nice if I had more mana. Not more spell damage or anything, just more mana so I can keep throwing this stuff out. And of course I fucking was overzealous there. And obviously it'd be preferable you be level 120 before even attempting this. Alternatively, Act 5 is also a good place to level grind if you can't do either of those places. Act 5, Halls of the Neolithok area, Halls of Anguish, Halls of Pain. Also, you can get Signets Signets of Learning every time you kill him, which are undeniably a good thing to get, so yeah, you could do that. Sacred Blade. I mean, that's the main thing I'm looking for, but like I said, keeping my eye out for other stuff too. Oh, fuck you. I was running away. Also, I need to throw up my portal more often. And if you do, yeah, put 2 runes of the same kind, you can just upgrade to the next one. That idea existed in vanilla D2, but you required a gem of some sort. Here, you don't even require the gem. You just throw 2 gems of the runes of the same kind together and upgrade them. This does not work for creating great runes, nor elemental rune stones, nor does it work for Cabraxis stones. Let me cast, damn it. Come on. Spiked club. No good. Full helm. No club. No good. Okay. I could see Trial of Blood being particularly annoying because Quillstorm doesn't know how to stop killing a single target. It'll just kill anything in its way. Okay. Okay, making sure that Priestess Azere is nowhere around. Oh shit. Okay, somehow she's not dead. Wait, okay. Come on. Okay. Okay, there she... Okay, she's a maybe a quarter health if I'm being nice. Okay, well... Actually, that's fine, because... As long as I got her away from where I want to pass through, that actually is fine. No. Okay. Okay, it's actually fine if I die here, because I'll have lured her far away enough from... Go on. Come here. Okay, come on. Since I don't have to deal with corpse recovery anymore. Alright, she's all the way over there. She should be fine. There we go, Sacred Blade. And after I'm done here, I'll set up the groundwork for creating a good mid-game rune word, if that's what you want to go with, which most of the time actually is what I do, so... Oh. Die, die, die. Now, Now, if I could wear any armor, I would undoubtedly wear sacred armor. Or, ceremonial armor. Because that requires dexterity. And that's what I'm going to be pumping points into the whole playthrough anyway. So, undoubtedly, I would go with that, if I had the option. But I don't, since that's obviously a sorceress-only armor. And I fucking die again. Also, if you're in here or cow level, pick up some jewels if you're gonna farm for rune words. Elixir Greed you can go for if you want. Me personally, I don't really care that much. Even though I probably should. Especially in the cow level for sacred uniques. Okay. So I'm going to actually tone down the ass kicking. Because again, I'm not going to be able to tell where what's her face is. If she's in this bunch or not, even. Which she's not. Come on. Make sure I can... Really? There are a bunch of... Okay. Okay. Come on, damn it. There she is. I could tell because A, she has a bit of a glow around her body, and B, her armor is actually different than the normal Amazons, so... Wait, do I have... Okay, good. My thing is actually empty for a change. Okay. So there's that one. Gotta go back to the one I lured over here earlier. And there she is. And Child of Blood completed already. So, good. Where's the thing? I don't know why I put that in there. There you go. So anyway, here's the groundwork for doing the preparing for rune words. Yeah. So, I'm gonna buy a few oils of luck in the hopes that this works. Actually, first I'm gonna do this. If it's anything other than superior, make it superior. And that's an unacceptable superior, because superior armors will have 35. Well, superior armors and weapons will have 35%, up to 35% increased base defense or damage, respectively, and weapons can spawn with bonus attack rating. Since I'm going full dexterity, I'll have a lot of attack rating anyway, so I don't care as much for that. So that's a really good one right there. Will Oil of Luck work? It did, but it did not improve damage, so... Okay. 31. I normally don't settle for anything that has less than 30% enhanced damage or defense. And make sure they have 0 or the maximum number of sockets possible. Because if they have 1 socket, you can't do the socket punch recipe. Okay. So, yeah, this will cost you a lot of gold, but this is what you do. And I always, cool. Anyway, I always, overdo this. Because whenever I do this, I get it on, like, the next couple rolls, usually. If you're not going to pump points into dexterity, you should find one with high enhanced damage and high bonus attack rating. And then hope the Oil of Luck works. It's only, I think, a 20% chance at best. Like, I forget how high it is, but it's not that high. 25, 26. So I'm going to keep doing this until I see that it gives me more damage. That's at the very borderline. Ah, I didn't want that. Don't care because its damage is too low. Okay, that's just at the borderline again. Yeah, this does take a while usually. I'm going to keep this going. I know this is really long, but I'm going to keep this going until either I run out of gold or until I get what I want. Oh, that's good. But Oil of Luck didn't work. Now, unfortunately, this bullshit... Okay, that's not good enough because that one, it only had 1 socket. That bullshit max durability will always pop up, unfortunately, and there's not a lot you can do about it. There we go. Okay, so I got a great... I actually got a really good one there. And these I'll just throw away in here for safekeeping. And actually, real quick, I mentioned socket punch. Here's how you do that. I'm going to go to Hatred. It will reroll the map, but for this demonstration, it doesn't really matter. And also the item level of these jewels will be really low. But again, it doesn't matter for the sake of this demonstration. There we go. I normally farm Hatred Caress 3000 for if I want jewels of any quality. it doesn't matter what these jewels for socket punch. It doesn't have to. It doesn't matter what level they are. They could be level 1. It doesn't matter if they're from Bloodmore on Hatred or the Void. It does not matter for this example. Also, Vizgen allegedly has a higher bias for dropping jewels. But the thing is, Vizgen is so hard and so dangerous. Well, in theory anyway. But it's not really even worth doing. So basically, I just kill shit till a couple jewels drop. I always go for the maximum number of sockets that whatever item I want can hold. Okay, there's 2. 1. Oh, okay, there's 3. And see how this has 0 sockets? Voila, 3 sockets. Now, if you put more jewels than what the number... Like, if I were to put in a 4th jewel, the 4th jewel would be wasted. That is actually explained in the documents. And actually, I will do one last thing. Before preparing a rune word, normally the best idea is to get a bunch of enhanced damage or defense, if it's an armor or weapon, respectively. And then you ammo it with enhanced damage or defense before making the rune word. Just be careful not to overdo it and make your item unusable. So, I will see you guys next time for a little bit of jewel crafting.